Hello, 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 social butterflies. How are you doing tonight? Hi, Dean. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for popping in. Thank you for stopping by the promotion scope today. I appreciate you being a part of the scope. Please feel free to ask me questions, leave them for the end of the presentation, and I will be down there to answer them for you. If you're listening to the replay, thank you for taking time today to watch the replay. I appreciate your time. If you have questions for me, you can DM me, send me any questions. I will answer them. I will. I am LaShonda Huffman, your promotion strategist. The internet was trying to be mean to me today and wouldn't let me on, but I'm here. I made it. So yay. This is part 3 of this social butterfly promotion series that I'm doing tonight. So I'm excited to get to part 3. That means I'm being consistent. That's what I teach my clients, to be consistent. And I wanted to start being more consistent on doing promotion scopes on Periscope. I was doing them on Facebook, but I'm back on Periscope. And I have been on here every week this month. So I'm excited about that. If you don't know who I am the mommy of Shades of Romance magazine. I call it Sormag Digital. We've been online 19 years. 19 years. Can you believe that? Promoting books, promoting authors. And that's where I learned all about promotion, from that magazine. I'm also the author of Building Online Relationships. I can't think. One reader at a time. This is a book that I did. I got a picture at the start. This is my lovely book. If you don't have it, get it. It's got all kind of goodies in there about how to promote your books, how to get yourself out there, how to be a social butterfly you're meant to be. So today I'm back with part 3 of the Social Butterfly promotion series. Today is called Book Release Day. Book Release Day. The best day of the year. And so, hold on, my things acting crazy. So let me see what's going on. Oh, there we go. All right. And so I'm so excited to be able to share with you some tips on the book release day. I don't think people really think about the book release day and what they're going to do with the promotion and how you're going to get yourself out there. And so I'm going to share with you some of my trials that I did with my own book release, and I'm going to share some tips that helped me and some stuff that hindered me. And so I want to share that with you. So, your book is live and people are hitting the buy button and you're so excited. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Your promotion is right. Now, we talked about 2 times before about getting ready for this day. So if you got everything ready for this day, you're going to have smooth sailing. You're going to be like, this is a breeze. All I got to do is show up. Because that's all you want to do is show up. Because you're going to be, if this is your first book like it was mine, you're going to be a nervous wreck wondering if anybody's going to buy the book. And so you want to have all your promotion in order so you don't have to be worrying about that, right? If you done it right, you got some midnight sales, right? You got the ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding playing in your box telling you, okay, hey, somebody downloaded their pre-sale books. Everybody who bought pre-sale books, they getting them at midnight. Now you can have a midnight party and let everybody come in and y'all talk about the books, or you can let them read in their own peace, and wait till tomorrow and say, okay, come back and tell me what you thought, if you just, but I'm telling you, this is going to be a long day. All right. So be prepared, get your Wheaties on, be ready, because it's going to be a long day. You're going to be driving yourself crazy and you need to know that it's going to be a long day. I made the mistake and went to work. I was tripping. That's my first book. I go to work. Yeah, really? I should have took the day off because I knew I was not going to be able to do nothing but go on Amazon all day. clicking Amazon. What's going on? What's happening? What's new? If you can, stay at home. I didn't put that in my notes, but I'm just thinking about it now. Stay at home. If it's this your first book and you work a full-time job, take that day off. You're going to need it. Take a mental health day. Something, because you're going to be driving yourself crazy trying to see how people are buying it. And you can't give them their full 8 hours. So stay at home. All right. So before you send anything out, I want you to make sure that everything is working right. Your links, everything, your emails is all set up, ready to go before it happens, before that release day happens. You want to make sure everything is all right. And one of the things that you need to check is to see if your categories and if you're using Amazon categories are right, because you won't know if anybody's buying your books or what the category is if it's not on there. I know a lot of people who upload their books themselves. They don't put the categories in there. They don't know anything about the categories. So when their book goes live, they're like, hey, nobody knows my book is here. I can't tell if I'm on the list or not because you don't have any categories. And so if you are, one of your goals for your promotion is to make the best-selling list, you got to make sure that you're on the categories so you can be in some lists, right? So make sure that your lists are right. Take time to see if they're not right. Go contact Amazon. If you're doing a pre-sale, you should have some categories. So contact Amazon and make sure that it's okay, because sometimes it'll take a few hours, sometimes it'll take a few days. I had that happen with my second book. I did a book about coloring, and none of the categories was there. I was like, hello, where's my categories? I called them up and everything, and they were like, oh, okay, let's see. Well, I don't know what happened. And so they put the categories there. And it was a couple hours later, but it got in there, and it got to get on the best-selling list. So yay. But, at the time, I was freaking out because I'm like, where's my categories? What's going on? So make sure your categories are there so you can make sure that if one of your goals is to be on the best-selling list, that your categories are there so you can be in the categories. So when my book came out, I was so caught up in being the top 10 in the best-selling list that I drove myself crazy because I wasn't getting it, because the book wasn't selling like I thought it was supposed to sell. I was freaking out. I was going crazy. And I'm talking to my sister, who is not a book person, who's not a literary person. She goes, LaShonda, doesn't it say Amazon top 100? I'm like, yeah. She said, well, it doesn't say Amazon top 10. It says Amazon top 100. Go look. I said, well, I'm not in the top 10. She's like, go look. I was at 74. I debuted at number 74. And I almost missed it because I was too busy trying to get 10. I almost missed my blessing at 74. Now, that might not seem like a big deal, but think about it. There are a lot of writers who never break into the top 100. So if your book breaks into the top 100, celebrate that. Don't be upset because you ain't number one. You can work towards number one. But if it doesn't make number one, don't beat yourself up. Don't be worried about it. Don't be crying like, I didn't make number one. My book didn't make number one. You still have time to make number one. Your book is going to be out for a whole year. My book, the highest has gone is 44. I came out at 74. I went up to 44. This is a nonfiction book. Wow. It didn't make number one, but that's okay. It's still in the top 100. Now, that's a big deal when you're working your butt off and promoting yourself. You're not doing anything and you make number 44, then, hey, you got good readership. But this was my first book. I didn't have a clue. I worked my promotions plan, though. I had a plan, and I knew I needed to get it out there. But I'm in competition with a lot of people to get to number one. So to get to number one, you got to hit the big people, So I was in the categories that I was in. It was hard, but I was proud of my little 74. My 74. So don't beat yourself up if you don't make number one. Be excited about what you have, because believe me, if this is your first book, this is the only time you get a first book. I would have missed it if I hadn't listened to my sister and went and looked at the numbers instead of worrying about number one. She let me see that I was missing the excitement of my book releasing because I was too busy trying to get number one. So remember, again, it's a long, exciting day. You're going to get kicked in and out. Even if you make number one, by the time the day is over with, you could be down to 205. So that's what I'm saying. Amazon best-selling list is going up and down because you're competing with all kind of books. And so you don't want to be driving yourself crazy worrying about number one when you might make number one at midnight. You don't know. It's a fresh day. You don't know. It's a whole long, exciting day. So be prepared for that. And when it all settles down, you're going to be like, oh my God, I drove myself crazy. And for what? So first thing I want to give you as a tip is to take pictures. document this day. Document it. Get somebody else to take pictures if you don't feel comfortable taking pictures, but document it. Document this day. One of the first things I did was I took a picture with me and my book. If you know my history, I've been writing since I was 9. I got serious about writing a book when I was 27. I said, okay, I'm going to write a book. This is what I'm going to do for my life. I'm going to write books. Okay. I didn't release my first book until I was 48. That's a long time from 27. But I still reached that goal of publishing a book. And so you want to document all the good stuff that's happening today. This is your first book. If this is your first book, you really want to document it. This is your first book. This is the first release. This is the release date. You want to make sure you got everything documented. I took a picture and then I talked about my experience of wanting to be a published author and putting it off and letting fear keep me out of it. And I shared that with my community. I shared my picture. And of course, I shared the buy link because you want to make sure you always have a buy link in whatever you're sharing because you want them to buy the book, right? And so I was all excited. I shared that. I took a picture of my website, of my books on Amazon, because I want to document that so I can have it for later. And I recommend that to you. If you're mailing out book copies, autograph copies, take pictures of that because that's a big deal. If somebody ordered your book from you with an autograph, that's a big deal. So make sure you document that. Take some pictures of that. I took a picture of my listing on the online store because again, as with any kind of best-selling list, they go up and down, up and down. So again, I would have missed my number 74 if I hadn't one to look for. So of course, I took a picture, click, click, because when I went back at midnight, I was back to 2000. So don't miss your opportunity because you ain't number one. You better take that 44 click because you don't never know. You might never ever see that list again. I'm telling you, there's a whole bunch of best-selling people. There's a whole bunch of book people out here who have never made the list at all. So be proud of that. Share your pictures to your community. Let them know your book is selling because they want to know, hey, somebody's buying that book or is it just on there? Let them know people buying the books. And this is the time when you're going to be looking at your advanced reviews. You send out the review copies. This is the time they should be posting them on the sites. Go check them out and see what they have to say about your book. You want to make sure that they posted it today because that's the day you asked them to post it. If they haven't, send a little friendly reminder. Say, hey, this is my release days. Can you please post the reviews? I really need them out there. To let people know word of mouth. And tell them if they love the book. Tell their community. Let people know about it. So you got to remind them, make sure that, they got the reviews up there. If you find some great reviews, share them, copy and paste them, show them to your community. Hey, check out my first review. It's so cute. Yeah. Show it to your community. Let them know what's going on. Did you create an email campaign? Remember, we were doing all this stuff beforehand. Is it ready to go out to your community? Is sending it out there, telling people about it? Is those scheduled posts? Did you create your social media campaign like we're talking about? You send those posts out there ready, getting out there in a timely manner. As again, scheduling is your friend. Scheduling is your friend. If you scheduled your promotion, this day it's going to go smoothly for you. You're not going to be driving yourself crazy trying to hit stuff, how to send stuff out. It's smooth. All you doing is like, what is this book doing? Is people buying it? Who got it? What got it? You drive yourself crazy that way. Are you sharing excerpts of your book, to people? Give them a little snippet of the book. Tell them a little bit about the book. Tell them why you wrote the book. Share different little aspects of this book to your community. And so you can, pique their interest. And again, make sure it's got a link so they can buy it. Did you create a readers group beforehand? We talked about that. If you got a readers group, go inside there. Today is the day you want to be inside the group talking about your book, talking about what the readers are saying, talking about what the reviewers are saying, talking about moving up on the categories. This is the time to be really into your group right now and could take your mind off all of the crazy stuff. You're in there talking to people who love your books. So, make sure that you're talking to them. Another little tip that I recommend, if your readers have the book, tell them to take a picture of themselves with the book. If they got it on their Kindle or maybe they got an autographed copy, tell them to take a picture and post it on online and tag you in it so you can see it. Then you can share it to your community and let people know, hey, somebody's reading my book. Check it out. It's so exciting to see somebody reading your book. So make sure you do that. One of the things that happened for me when I published my book was I had book release buddies. It was 3 other ladies who released their book the same time I did. And guess what? I was able to send them a congratulations for sharing the day with me. And they sent back congratulations to me. And then they shared my book on their timeline. And guess what? I shared their books on my timeline. So we introduced each other's to our readers. That was great because what Amazon did was whenever somebody bought my book, it would say, well, hey, they bought so-and-so's book too. Buy this book too. Because people would see my book, they would buy their friend book, then they would buy my book. And so Amazon saw that we were connected online, connected because we're the same release date. So I thought that was really cool. And I always tell my clients that
hello, I'm the co-host. I just got to pop in every now and then.
Okay, thank you. Sean Hoffman. And so I always tell my clients to see if you got some book release buddies, because sometimes it's fun to have this craziness with somebody else, and so that's the great thing. He says, what's up, Sean? So, make sure you check out to see if you have any book release buddies you can hang out with, and go congratulate them on their book release, and and hopefully they'll congratulate you back. It's a special day, and it's nice to be able to share it with somebody. All right, so do you have some copies of your books with you? Okay, so if you was like me and went to work, which I did, I went to work, but I had some copies. So when I got there, they was all excited for me. Yeah, your book came out. Where the book came? We want to buy some copies, and we want autographs and everything. And I was like, yes, I got books with me. They in the car. Hold on. So I, got the books and autographed the books to them and cried because I'm autographing books. Told you it's a very emotional day. And so, make sure you have some books, because your friends are going to want copies of the books. They're going to want copies. They're going to want autographed copies because your friend wrote a book. They're excited. They're proud. So make sure you have books with you. Make sure every time you post something about that book, anything you talking about that book, you want to make sure you include a link to purchase the book, because you do not want anybody trying to hunt your book down. You want them to go immediately to buy a place to buy the book. If it's on your website, buy the book on your website, get an autographed copy. If it's on Amazon, ding into Amazon so they can buy a copy. You want to make sure that you are not leaving anybody out looking for your book anywhere. They know exactly where to go. My second tip is to enjoy the moment. Enjoy it. If this is your first book release like me, that was my first book release. It was the best day ever. The best day ever, because I introduced my book to the world and people bought it. Oh my God, people bought it. That was my biggest fear, is nobody's going to buy the book. And so I just crushed that fear. I kicked it off the couch, moved it out the house. People bought the book. And then they started talking to me about the book. And then they started writing reviews. Oh my God, the best day ever. So I want you to enjoy the moment. Don't sit around moping about your book, worrying that ain't nobody gonna buy it, worrying ain't nobody gonna read it. I did that for you, so you don't have to. Somebody wants the book. Somebody wants to enjoy the book. Somebody wants to write you a review because they're excited about your book. Be excited about the books that sold. Don't worry about the books that didn't sell, because you got time to sell them. Be excited about the books that sold. Be excited about that new reader who has just joined your readership. That's so wonderful. Even if you sell one book, you got a new reader. What I say in my book, one reader at a time, because that's all you can get each time, one reader. You ain't gonna get 5 readers at one time. It just don't work that way. So one reader at a time. So be excited about your reader. Be excited that your book released. All right. So before the day ends, I want you to look at your results, because you need to know if your promotion plan is working for you. You know, you're excited. You sold some books. Maybe you hit number 5 in the book in the best-selling list, and you are excited. Yay! I want you to sip your champagne because your promotion plan was working. Woo woo! It worked for you, baby. And you was the social butterfly of the day. But if you had a slow day, not that many people bought the books. Everything went downhill. Nobody clicked the links. All was crickets. That's okay. Because you got tomorrow. So tomorrow, I want you to pull out that promotion plan. I want you to scratch off the stuff that didn't work. And then move on down the list to the stuff to try for today. That's why you have a plan. That's why you created your plan. Because everything is not going to work. Everything is not going to bring out 50 million people. But some stuff will. So that's why you want to check out your results. Look at your results. If it didn't work, kick it off. Move on to the next one. You're creating new things all the time. But it's not going to work if you don't work it. Right? So you got to get out there. You got to start that promotion cycle all over again. You got to get people out there and tell them about your book because somebody needs your book. Somebody needs to know that you have a book. And the only way they know how to do that is how? You tell them. You told them about it. They saw a promotion from you. They saw a post from you. You are your best book seller. Don't you ever forget it. You can make yourself a best-selling author, but you got to put in the work. All right. So you got to put in the work. Those are my tips for the Social Body Promotion 103 book release day. That's the tips. Those are the tips. Here's a little recap. 1. Check your categories. Make sure you got your categories because if you want to be on the best-selling list, you got to be in categories. If you're not in categories, you're not making no list. Photo document the day. Get somebody to take pictures with you. Make sure you take pictures. You can create a photo book or a scrapbook later. I created this cute little book that I have that's got all my pictures in it. And I'm proud of that because that was my day. I made it. Number 3, make sure you schedule your posts. Your scheduled posts go out. You want to make sure everything goes out smoothly. You don't see anything going out. You can check your social medias. You can check your email and see if anything went out. If nothing's gone out, then you got to go check and see what's going on. Why isn't it going out? So make sure your scheduled posts are going out because you want to make sure that everybody knows about your book. And number 4, enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment. I can't say that enough. Enjoy the moment. Like I said, we get so caught up in what we aren't getting, what we haven't done, that we don't stop and enjoy what we did. We published a book. That is very important. I told you I started at 27 trying to publish a book. I didn't make it to 48. That's a big deal. You published a book. It has your name on it. It has all your loveliness that you thought about for years put inside this book. Enjoy that. Celebrate that you finished a book because many people don't. Many people never finish a book. They talk about it, they write it, and it stays in the closet. I got a couple of them in the closet I'm still trying to pull out. So be proud that you finished a book. Be proud that you're promoting your book. Be proud of that one reader who said they loved your book. If that's all you got for today, one reader, you are a published writer with one reader. Do you know how many people want one reader? Be excited about that. But you're going to get way more than that because you got all your stuff together. You're going to get way more readers than that. You're going to be so excited. You're going to hit number 1. You're going to come back to me and say, LaShonda, girl, that promotion plan worked. Because it will. If you work it. Because you got to be a social butterfly. You can't be a fly on the wall when it comes to release date. Be a social butterfly. So if you have any questions for me, put them in the comments. This is the question time. I got everything all out. Told you all my little secrets. Next week, we're going to be talking about the last one, 104, after the book releases. People don't think about after the book releases. They so excited about the book. Could you explain categories? Oh, sure. They're so excited about the book releasing that they don't think about what happens after that. You still got to sell the book. It's not over. This just beginning. All right. So next week we're going to be talking about that. Categories are what you want your book to be. When people look for you in Amazon, they look under categories. So if you wrote a romance, is it a romance? Is it a historical romance? Is it an African, what they call it, multicultural romance? Is it a suspense romance? Those are the categories that your stuff goes in. So you want to pick the categories that your book is good for. Now, we have some people who cheat the categories and they go in there and put in categories that nobody else has heard of. Then they become a #1 bestseller in a category that ain't even part of their book. So be a real. Social butterflies, be real. We want to be for real when we make our #1s. We want to be in the categories that go with our books. So for instance, my book just kicked me all off. My book, Building Online Relationship, I had it under the social media category because I teach social media. So that was the social media that it came up in number 74. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And then when I changed the categories up a little bit, because you learn about categories, you go in there, you can switch them around a couple of times. And it went to number 44 2 years after it was out. 2 years now, it's been out. It was at number 44 for promotion. So, bam. So, yes, play with your categories. You can go in there and play with them, but pick categories that hit your book niche. Don't be in there getting categories that got nothing to do with you. You in swimming with women. I don't know what that is. But you #1 and your book has nothing about swimming or women. No. You want to be a legit category winner. And because how come the best-selling list has become a joke to some people, because people just put their stuff in things that has nothing to do with what their book is. They just want to be #1. And I don't teach that. I don't teach that. I'd rather be proud of a 44 than a fake #1. All right. And most of the time they only want #1 for 5 minutes. So if I'm going to be #1, I need it to be #1 for a couple of weeks. Because you could be #1 for a couple of weeks. You could be #1 for 2 or 3 days, but I don't want to be #1 for 5 minutes be on a fake category. No, because when you are #1, you get a nice little flag. If you really the bomb #1, they give you a flag. Fake ones, they don't got a flag. No matter if you are true #1 in a true category, they will give you a flag that goes beside your book. And go check it out. You'll see, and you'll be like, I want that flag. So that's categories. You got any other questions?
But wait a minute, LaShonda. I have a question. How do you get your book on Amazon?
Good question. A whole different show. This is about promotion, not uploading to Amazon. But Amazon, it depends. If you're working with a publisher, they put it on there. If you're publishing yourself, you put it on there. You upload it, which I did today. I uploaded two journals that I'm working on to them, and you have to have a cover. You got to have an ISBN number. There's a whole bunch of stuff to put it on there. But once you upload it in there, it's official, and then you choose when you want to go live with it. So right now I'm in proof stage. All right. Did I get any other questions? Was that it? Did I answer everything? Well, I hope these tips were helpful for you. If they are, please share this video with your community. Share it in Periscope. Share it on any other platforms that it'll be on. I share it on Facebook, so if you're watching on Facebook, share it with your community on Facebook. That's good. Thank you. If you are interested in becoming a social butterfly, I invite you to join the Social Butterflies training group. It's called the See You on the Net See You on the Net Promotion Training Group. It's on Facebook. It's a free group that I've had for a couple of years now, and we all are in there teaching each other about social media, promotion, content creation. Thank you so much, Dean. It's all about learning how to be a social butterfly so you can rock your promotion. And come on in, join click on my bio, and you can get the links to those. I want to say thank you for scoping with me today. I truly appreciate you taking the time to come in here with me. I do. If you're watching the replay, thank you for watching the replay. If you have any questions for me, send them to me, DM me. Hey, I'll answer them. If you have a topic that you want me to talk about in here, send me the topics. I love being able to talk about stuff that you want to hear about. I talk about stuff I want to hear about, but if you got something you want to talk about, you want me to teach you about promotion, send me the topic and I'll create a promotion scope for you. If you don't have my book, Building Online Relationships, go get yourself a copy. You can get your print copy. I'll do an autograph if you want that. Or you can get your Kindle. I just recommend that you have it in your library because it's all about promoting online and you get yourself out there. You become the social butterfly you're supposed to be. That is it for me tonight. Thank you so much. I will be back next Wednesday, same bat time. 8:30 what Eastern time, 7:30 my time. So if you want to come back, come on with me. Tell your friends. All right, good night. Thank you. Have a good one. Close this out. Why always do that to me? Okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. Have a good